All right, let's cut through the noise and get straight to the heart of the story that's got the hockey world collectively scratching its head. We're talking about a team brimming with offensive firepower, a roster stacked with high-end talent, and a fan base that yearns for consistent success. Yet, despite all the ingredients of greatness, they seem to be stuck in a frustrating, almost cyclical pattern of self-sabotage. How many times can a team with legitimate Stanley Cup aspirations shoot itself in the foot before the collective patience of its fan base, and indeed, its own locker room, finally snaps? It's a question that echoes to the hallowed halls of hockey arenas, a frustrating refrain for anyone who follows the sport. We've seen it before, haven't we? Moments of brilliance, followed by inexplicable lapses, leading to a sense of déjà vu that's more agonizing than amusing. Today, we're dissecting a situation that has reached a boiling point in Toronto as the Maple Leafs find themselves in a familiar, uncomfortable position, and their own captain isn't mincing words about it. The air in Toronto is thick with frustration, a palpable tension that's been building over the past few days. The Maple Leafs, a team that entered the season with high expectations, are currently reeling from a pair of stinging defeats that have exposed some deep-seated issues. On Saturday, they dropped a 5-3 decision at home to their arch-rivals, the Boston Bruins. A tough loss, sure, but one that could be chalked up to a bad night against a good team. However, the real gut punch came on Sunday, a game that perfectly encapsulated the current malaise gripping the club. Against the Carolina Hurricanes, the Leafs managed to build a comfortable 4-2 lead, a position from which any veteran team should be able to close out a victory. But what unfolded next was a collapse, a systemic breakdown that saw them surrender 3 unanswered goals, ultimately losing 5-4. It wasn't just a loss. It was a blown opportunity, a squandered advantage, and a stark reminder of the inconsistencies that have plagued this team. And in the immediate aftermath of that disheartening defeat, the usually composed and measured voice of veteran forward John Tavares cut through the post-game platitudes with a single, searing word that resonated deeply. When asked about the team's performance, Tavares didn't offer excuses or vague promises. His assessment was blunt, direct, and utterly damning. Immature. Immature. It's a word that carries significant weight, especially when uttered by a player John Tavares' stature, a captain, a seasoned veteran, and a respected leader in the league. He wasn't just expressing frustration. He was diagnosing a fundamental flaw. Tavares elaborated, explaining that despite having a lot of very good hockey players and a very veteran team, they lacked a decision do it shift after shift. He painted a picture of a team that gains momentum, builds traction, only to shoot ourselves in the foot again. It's a cycle of self-inflicted wounds, a pattern of unforced errors that is simply unacceptable for a team with their talent and experience. And Tavares isn't alone in his exasperation. Captain Auston Matthews, the team's offensive superstar, echoed similar sentiments, albeit with slightly different vocabulary. His frustration was evident as he lamented the same stuff, just details and execution. Matthews highlighted the repetitive nature of their mistakes, acknowledging that they were fortunate to have a lead after 2 periods against Carolina, but ultimately couldn't seem to get right the fundamental aspects of their game. When your 2 most prominent leaders are publicly expressing such profound disappointment in the team's basic execution and mental fortitude, you know there's a serious problem brewing beneath the surface. Currently, the Maple Leafs sit at a disappointing 8-7-1 record, placing them outside of a playoff spot. It's a slow start, to say the least, and one that has the entire organization searching for answers. The talent is undeniable, but the results are simply not matching potential. When a player of Tavares' caliber drops such a strong word, the spotlight immediately shifts to the coaching staff. How would head coach Craig Berube respond to his captain's candid assessment? Berube, known for his no-nonsense approach and emphasis on accountability, didn't shy away from the truth. In fact, he largely agreed with Tavares' diagnosis, confirming that he too felt the team was exhibiting some immaturity in their recent performances. Berube didn't stop there. He delved into the specifics, painting a grim picture of the team's defensive shortcomings. He highlighted not a willingness to make the easy play, leading to turnover after turnover that ultimately cost them the game. His critique was scathing. We didn't check anybody tonight. We didn't win any battles tonight. 2 games in a row. This isn't just about individual mistakes. It's about a collective failure to engage, to compete, and to adhere to the fundamental principles of defensive hockey. For Berube, the root of the problem isn't a lack of skill, but a mindset. He believes the team is simply not prioritizing the defensive side of the puck. If you want to be a good defensive team, you have to check. You have to have good sticks. You have to be hard and win battles. You've got to have good structure, Berube asserted. His message is clear. You can't cheat for offense. This team, despite its offensive prowess, is failing to grasp the essential truth that sustained success in the NHL is built on a foundation of strong, disciplined defense. It's a mentality shift that Berube is desperately trying to instill, but one that clearly hasn't taken hold yet. So, with the team struggling, the leaders frustrated, and the coach delivering a stern message, what's next for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Berube ever them back on track. He's not backing down, promising to keep banging away at it. This isn't just about drills and tactics. It's about culture. Berube confirmed that the team will be reviewing video, engaging in discussions with players and the team to address these critical issues. The numbers tell a clear story. We are scoring enough goals every game to win games, but we are letting in too many. This stark imbalance is the crux of their problem. The coach's most revealing comment, however, was his assertion that we don't value the defensive side of the puck enough. This isn't a tactical oversight. It's a philosophical one. It speaks to a fundamental disconnect in how the team approaches a game, a lack of appreciation for the gritty, often unglamorous work required to win consistently. The Maple Leafs are currently 5-5-0 in their last 10 games, a perfectly mediocre record that belies their talent. While they're still only 1 point back of a playoff spot, the slow start and the manner of their recent losses are deeply concerning. Their next test comes on Tuesday, a crucial road game against the very same Boston Bruins who just handed them a defeat. It's an opportunity for redemption, a chance to show that Berube's message and Tavares' call-out have truly resonated. This isn't just another game. It's a litmus test for a team grappling with its identity and its commitment to winning. What a fascinating and, frankly, frustrating situation unfolding in Toronto. It's a stark reminder that talent alone isn't enough in the NHL. Discipline, maturity, and a collective commitment to every facet of the game are paramount. Do you think John Tavares' immature comment will be the wake-up call the Maple Leafs desperately need? Or is this a deeper, more ingrained issue that will continue to plague them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this analysis insightful, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth hockey coverage. Your engagement fuels our passion for the game.